Ladies and gents, it's our second round, 1500. Come and support your local guys. Namibia against Zambia. Here at Wanderers, come have a cold one with us and support your team.
It all began with ink on paper, a small but powerful voice that reached the homes of Namibians, sharing their stories, their triumphs, their struggles. As the world evolved, so did we. From the presses to your screens, keeping you connected to the news that matters, wherever you are. We didn't stop at digital. We brought the action to life on your screens, covering the moments that unite us all. We're not just a source of information. We're your partner in exploration, booking your stay, paying for your meals, and even sending your event tickets straight to your phone. Reaching over 1 million people daily, we are a fully integrated system, working together to make your life easier. Whether it's news, events, or everyday information, we've brought it all together. We're committed to empowering the next generation. Through partnerships and innovation, we're delivering education to every corner of Namibia. We've become so much more. More than news, more than information. We're here to help you enjoy everything Namibia has to offer. NTV, so much more than just television.
We are continuing with action at the Trusco Squash Federation Africa's Senior Men's Team Championships, coming to you live from Windhoek in Namibia from the Wanderers Club. Broadcast brought to you by Powerline Africa. About to start now with this afternoon's first match in this team's competition. Players, number 2 players in their teams, they will play this first game between Namibia's B team and Zambia. On court, Stephen Berry on your left, displaying our name proudly on the back of his shirt, playing Samson Siame on the right hand side. Sam Siame in action earlier today. This is also in the men's competition. Namibia B, they lost to Nigeria. 3 games, 3-0, and Zambia, they beat Uganda. Also 3 games, 1 in 3 sets each. So both of those 2 teams get 14 points on the log. So at the moment, Zambia looking strong, heading the log. Currently on 42 points. And then since yesterday, Nigeria moved into the second place on 28 points. Zimbabwe currently placed second in the men's teams competition. We're looking at on 16 points. Namibia B, they won 1 point. 1 point yesterday. And then Namibia A and Uganda on the log at number 5 and 6. No points yet. Namibia B, they'll be looking to add another point here. Stephen Berry on court. He's the player that won that 1 point for them. So each match, if you haven't joined us yesterday already, just to explain again, maybe you don't know exactly how squash as a team sport works. In a team, got 4 players listed number 1, 2, 3, and then a reserve. Namibia B and Zambia, and they will play 3 matches or 3 games. And then for each set a specific player wins in a game, the country gets 1 point. And if a country wins 3 love in terms of those 3 games, they will win the match and also get another 5 points as a bonus. So maximum you can get is 14 points. Stephen Berry is quickly going off court. There he is, about to come back. Match should start shortly. Players have 5 minutes for the warm-up. Also earlier this morning, Nigeria's women's team, they beat Uganda 3-0. Also getting another 14 points, adding that to their tally on the log. On the women's log, Nigeria ahead on 28 points. Namibia second with 11 points. And Uganda, they are on 5 points. Drop shot there, Maisiame. First point, I think, or is it the first point there, going to Stephen Berry. Namibia taking an early lead there, but then smashed into the left corner, but playing a leg ball. Siami, but in the way there after playing the shot. Early on, Berry giving a good account of himself. Drop shot into the corner. Well done by the Namibian player playing for the B side. Too much for Siame. To love up, I think now, Namibia B. And then Berry hitting the tin there. Bit unfortunate. Just missed the target. Serve back with Zambia. Siame. We got things started. Staying a bit now on the backhand. On the left wall, yet another one. Softer shot by Berry, and then goes cross court. And that quick change of direction, catching Berry out. Picking it up well, working hard to get there. Yet again he got there, and then he just ran out of steam. There we go, scoreboard now updated 3-3. It's the first game in this team's match between Zambia and Namibia B. And Siame just added quite quickly 2 points. Added 3 there for Zambia, but Berry getting the service back. Again on the backhand, both of these players right-handed. Yet again, then slowing it down, Siame, and then changing the direction. Berry not able to pick it up, the right back. Similar shot by Siame, starting to run away now in this first set. Actually, they call it games in squash, but I think because it's a teams competition, it's maybe easier for me at least to talk about sets, and then the country winning the game, and in the end winning the match. Ten-5 game ball now to Zambia. Hard drive by Stephen Berry, able to get there. And then he hits it into Siame. Into Siame's arm. The Namibian gets the point. 10-6. Drop shot by Siame into the corner. 11-6 game. Berry just again not getting there with his reply shot. Right up close in the corner. To the left of court. Siame, Zambian player, staying on court. You see there, keeping warm, practicing that short drops. Both front and forehand and left hand. Sorry. Of course, backhand and forehand. So Zambia is up 1-love. Second game to follow after a minute or so. Up next on court for Namibia will be Arno Dickman. This is after this match. And then after that, next Namibian, Angelo Titus. That's the order they play in for this team. Michael Tritter. He's the reserve. Backhand. Maybe I should practice it a bit. Backhand. Forehand. Also Berry now practicing the backhand a bit. And last couple of warm-up shots by Siame. On the forehand, he serves from the backhand. That cross-court shot went out. Berry is getting the first point. 1-love up. Namibia was also initially in front in the first set. And then he gives the point away. Hitting the top of the tin with the return. Jame, he's serving. And his drop shot almost from the tee, not getting the distance. 2-1 up for Namibia. Stephen Berry. And Berry getting applause, did well there on the backhand. Outsmarting Siame. So playing long to the back. Berry going left side first, and then he had to hurry. Did well to fetch that. Adding another point for 1. In the second set, Stephen Berry doing very well for Namibia. 5-1 up now. It's a better position than in the first set. Getting where it should be, and unfortunately then he hits the tin. Too low, that shot. 2-5. Playing it short, then driving cross court, Stephen Berry. And then they're on the backhand, volleyed by Berry. Jumps out of the way. 3-5. Strike call, Zambia getting that point. 3-5. 2 points to catch up for Siame, and you might have heard the frustration there of Stephen Berry. 4-5. Yet again, hitting the tin. 5-all now. It was 5-1 up, I think, at a stage. Stephen Berry. And with our Namibian players, not really professional. I think Arno Dickman is playing in the PSA though. Fitness eventually becomes an issue. Also that sharpness that goes with conditioning, training twice a day, living squash. But we have the passion for squash. We live it even when we are at work in Namibia. And you see that in the hard work that the NSA has put into organizing not only the Trusco SFA Senior Championship this week, but also the PSA event last week. Again, on the backhand, they had 6 all to play for in the second set. Hard work, he got there a second time, fetching the ball, Stephen Berry. Again, on the backhand, slower shot. He's less work by Siame, sticking closer to the tee, and then Stephen Berry, yes, he's smiling, having a big smile there, but also showing a bit of fatigue. Siame pulling away with only that 1.76. Makes it 8-6. And driving first, then cross court by the Zambian. Second time hitting it harder across court, then dropping it to the corner. Berry follows up with a drop shot of his own. Then Zambian just pushing up the tempo and catching Berry out. He went for the back of court. Just saw that he's not going to get there. 9-6 up for Zambia. Berry with a good return again, then a drop shot on the backhand to left front. Siame now behind the tee on the left with the error of his own. Made a couple of them, but not that many, and just as we say that, gives another point away. A bit sluggish, just not getting it there from the service. On the backhand again, a harder shot, also below the line. Stephen Berry coming back, making it 9-all. Now it's 10-9 up. Oh, the Zambian, or was it a lead ball? And they're calling the game, yes. It was 10-11 now, 11-9, a quick point added by Siame. And he's 2 sets up in this first game of the match between Zambia and Namibia's B side. 11-6, 11-9. Third game will then set to follow. And Zambia in the men's competition, top of the log, 42 points. 14 points ahead, one clear victory ahead of Nigeria. Namibia's B side currently on the log, a single point just for one game, one of their sets. That was against Zimbabwe yesterday. Stephen Berry losing to Callum Lawton of Zimbabwe. I believe he's the number 2 in Zimbabwe. And Lawton winning that one 3-1. And yesterday, Namibia B against Zimbabwe. Arno Dickman, Love, Blessing Wati 3, and then also three Love victory, 3 games to 0 against Angelo Titus. Angelo Titus yesterday played against, according to my list, number 3, Tane Turner. And Stephen Berry again winning the first point in his third set, and then following up again, hitting the tin, evening it out in favor of Zambia. In the previous game, Stephen Berry worked very hard to get back to 9-all, and then Siame, Zambian player, in the end just adding those 2 last points, 3-1. Just check that score for you. Back on the backhand again, hugging the left wall, played again into the corner just now by Berry. And that back in mid-court, Siame moved out from the tee to his left and then played short, cross-court to the right. Another point for Namibia. Berry gets things underway. Berry straightening it up. And then missed it there on the half volley. Couldn't chase it down. Backcourt on the right. Another point for Zambia. Yes, and once again, the Namibia B team player not happy with himself. At times, it's Sam Siame of Zambia beating Stephen Berry on pace. Pace on the court, fitness as well, and now we can see Berry tiring out. He's called back into the game by the referee. Played across the wall by Stephen Berry and then had to pick it up on the left on the return. Playing short. Lowish drive shot on the right hand side of court by Sam Siame. I think he's up 6-4, that's correct. The scoreboard ticking over. And then a great drop shot almost into the right corner. Dropping quite suddenly, and Siame couldn't get there. Good reaction by the Zambian. Slower ball by Berry. Siame was stuck out left, but I didn't get it. Point called there for Stephen Berry. And Sam Siame is looking more comfortable on court. Look at that great cross court shot. Left wall, front wall, and downwards. This time Berry dropping it in front, but then doesn't have energy to get back at all. And Siame beat him easily in that previous point. He's hit 7-8. We'll check up on that for you now. Namibia, Stephen Berry pulling back a single point. Now it's Siame just relaxing on the tee in mid-court, taking a couple of big steps to the left and right to gather it. Last time, good shot by Stephen Berry. He's waited, but it's 11-7. Finishing his first game off in his team's competition. Still 2 more games to go before we'll see who's going to win this match. On court for Namibia, warming up already is Arno Dickman. He'll be playing against Kunanji Kalengu. These 2 players are listed first on their team sheets. Warming up there in the right corner. Arno Dickman last week at the PSA Open was the only Namibian player that got through to the second round. Unfortunately then knocked out. But he still did very well to progress. Would probably after that event have added a couple of points for him in the PSA rankings. Can Dickman come back here? Maybe a B. They're down one game at this stage. So it's up to Dickman to draw it even, equalize. And then we see Kalengo and Court. I just wish each other all the best. And then they'll exchange a couple of warm-up shots before the referee calls for the toss and start. Zambia top of log. Nigeria second. Zimbabwe third. I'm getting into the driving shot. A couple of slower shots. It's picking up the tempo. This is just the warm-up before we start. If you've just joined us, welcome to this action from Windhoek Wanderers, looking at the Trasco Squash Federation Africa Senior Teams Championships for 2024. Trasco, the main sponsor, and Powerline Africa helping to get this broadcast all the way to you on YouTube on Network Media Hub's page. You can also follow a lot of other live sport there. Yesterday and Sunday, live cricket. That will resume tomorrow. That's 50 plus teams. 2 teams of South Africa, Namibia, and then Zimbabwe. They're playing each other also here in Windhoek at the moment. Zimbabwe also playing Nigeria in the men's competition this afternoon. Nigerians will definitely try to win that one and chase Zambia down on the log. Now, complete silence in the stands. Not a lot of people here, a couple of players, a couple of supporters. And now they're tossing, deciding who's going to start this game. And it's Kundanji Kalengo winning the toss. Dickman will shortly step back onto court. He's taking in some water quickly before we start. I don't know, Dickman can make it even here in the second game in this team's match. Zambia, they 1 up already. We off. putting together basic shots, driving also on the backhand now. Varying the tempo, Dickman slowing it down. That was mid-pace, then into the corner by Dickman. It was Kalengu. He tried to follow up with his own drop shot, not on target. And they were back into the action very quickly. We might see the rallies us getting a bit longer each time. This time, Dickman not getting there with the cross-court shot. Zambia back in it, 1 point each. And then Arno Dickman, he just makes half a practice gesture with the right hand. Falling short with a drop shot. And now yet another mistake. A lot of them we've seen already early in this game. 2-all. Dickman had to get around there, all the way from the left around Kalengu. Too much for him. At this stage, very early in this game, things balanced quite evenly. Good pickup at the back, close to the glass by Dickman, and then the driving shot, making it 4-2 favor of Kalengu. Just coming back to the tee, Kalengu following the ball, 5-2 up. Quite quickly added another point there. And Kalengu is not allowing Dickman to keep it for a long time on the backhand there. 6-2 up now. That previous point came cross court. Dickman sent him back the other way and then couldn't gather the ball after that. This time a good shot by Dickman just now. Asking some basic questions from Kalengu. Dickman at the front of the tee. Now he has to move to the back. He's getting in front again and then he hits the tin. From the right, almost in the center. Missing the target. Wanted to keep it low. Cross court. 7-2 up for Okundanji Kalengu. 8-2. And that is also a late ball called by the referee. A bit of applause for the Namibian. Pulling back a single point. Then a good drop shot as well. Kalengu, he was a bit static there. Moves quite quickly. Dickman catching him out. And then if that one was above the line, could have been a good point by Dickman, but it's 9-4 up for Kalengu and Zambia. They are now 10-4 game ball. Kalengu, he has the first set here, almost in his grasp for his country, Zambia. Chopped into the corner, corkscrew to the back by Dickman. And he's working hard now, the Namibian, doing well, just getting there to the back. And then midcourt, dropping the ball to the left. And much harder applause now for the Namibian player. 5-10. Can this be a chase down? (11-5), not to be. And it's Zambia again winning the first game. 11-5. In the previous match it was 11-6 after the first one in favor of Samson Tiamae. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back with another game in the Trusco Squash Federation Africa Senior Teams Championship after this one. That's scheduled to start at 6 o'clock early evening. And then Namibia A, they will be in action up next against Uganda. Namibia A will again be in action. Max Njala, Brandon Grain probably will start off, listed number 2. And then Lehiru van Rooyen, Christoph Knutse. It's the reserve for Namibia A. At times, Arno Dickman showing a couple of class shots against the army of Zambia in the first game. Just not finishing off some of his shots. If he could have done that, this could have been a quite closer race. Let's see what Dickman can come up with in the second set. Tiame gets things going, and they again start out on the backhand, left wall, speeding it up Siame and then slowing it down, dropped into the corner. Good shot by Dickman. It's 1-love up. Immediately showing intent, then he's not able to get down low enough. 1-all. Tiame slowing it down, driving it close to the left wall. Dickman couldn't get there. 2-1 up for Zambia. Even longer staying there on the left wall. And then there's Kalengu with a quick change of direction. Low, not that hard, but hard enough. Right to the right back. Catching out Dickman. Playing on the backhand, left. And then he came with that switch of the shot. That one going out at the back. And also Arno Dickman in the second game, starting to look a bit out of breath. And that then gets applause even from Kalengo. Dickman on the backhand into the right corner, getting 1 point behind his name to 6, and then asking himself a question there about his own focus. Not a shot he was happy with. And a good shot. He had to lob it very high to get it back to the front wall very. Okay, now Kalengo looking comfortable at the tee. But with 2 shots, Dickman. Dickman made him work there for the last 2 shots. 7-2. And then a hard shot to the tin. 8-2. And yet again, Dickman is losing concentration now. 9-2. A hard drive this time. Dickman able to fetch it, slows it down. Look at how quickly Kalengo gets back to the tee. And across the wall. Good returns by Dickman, staying in it shot for shot. A better rally in this for this point, and then a volley pulled down on the right hand side. Kalengo making it 10-2 in the process, hugging the wall, driving on the forehand, like coming back to the left now. Couple of backhand shots, played shorter by Dickman, and then he changes to the right. Last court. Now Dickman, he's asking questions. He did very well there, but finally going down 11-2. Especially that last point, a good rally. At times, unfortunately, is his own worst enemy. Some of these visiting players, they are already playing what you can call at the next level, couple of steps up beyond our local players. Zambia looking now to draw ahead. Of 2 games, they won the previous one. Also 11-6, 11-9, 11-7. And I don't know, Dickman of the Namibian B team, he's got a chance now. Get back winning a set in this game. And that will add another point for Namibia B on the log. Currently only the 1 point. And when Namibia A at 6 o'clock come onto court against Uganda, they will also try to get onto the log. Currently still no points. Zambian player here, Kundanji Kalengu, looking the fitter player. And obviously the player who has to work harder, and that will tap your energy. One love up for Dickman again. Played right into the left corner. Dickman was aware. Got it back. Was Kalengu sending the Namibian first left, then right, then dropping to the right, lobbing it back. Again, it's Dickman working harder. Still getting the point, 2 love up now. This time Kalengu finding only 10. Now they're driving on the forehand. Siame mixes it up. 1-2. Pulls the point back. After the break, Arno Dickman, he has regained a bit of composure. He looks a bit fresher as well. Overhead drop shot. Dickman staying in it. Getting caught behind Kalengu. Immediately putting the hands up after pushed into his back. And at least he's smiling about it, not getting angry with himself. Another error by Dickman. Kundanji. This time he was sent sprawling to the left front. Dickman getting the point. 3-2 ahead. It will be great if the Namibian can pull back the game here. If he can take the third set, his team will be very chuffed, and then he looks up in the heavens once again. Three all. Kalengu got it underway. Diame into the right corner, 4-3. His aim was spot on there. Many of his shots so far in this match. Placed well, which means Dickman has to work hard almost all of the time, sapping his energy. And then often Kalengu just getting in that final punch. Slowing down this time. And this time Kalengu got stuck behind the Namibian player. 5-3. Call in favor of Kalengu. The referee made his decision clear there. Now he calls a let. I think that scoreboard should have stayed at 5-3, but we have a person close to the referee. We'll see how the score is called after this. If the let is called, the point has to be replayed. And this time they're keeping it in play longer. Again, slow down, lobbed back by Dickman. Slow and low. And then driving harder. Again, slowing it down. And Dickman got there on his forehand. But the ball bouncing on top of the tin. Almost, but not quite. 7-3 up. Good shot across the wall by Kalengo. 8-3. My apologies earlier. Yes, the scoreboard was correct. It wasn't a let called. Ref probably said no let. Hard cross court. Dickman was there to pick up the drop shot. A rare error. Had a couple of errors initially at the start of the game. That became very rare as the match progressed. To see Kalengo not getting it right, which is what he did. Lost the previous point, and then from the forehand into the right corner. Match ball 10-4. Match ball, and then he hits it too low. Just pulling it through the air at backhand. Long way for Dickman now to come back. And he's sticking to his guns, dropping a short cross court. Dickman able to fetch it, then plays the short shot into the left corner. 6-10. He pulls back 1 point. Dickman, can he add another? And then that shot too low. 11-6. Another 3 sets in the favor of Zambia. Players going off court. Up next, Angelo Titus. He will come on court to play against Samuel Kalele Kavwe. Still waiting for the players. Should be on court shortly. So yet another good performance by the Zambian team. Clear lead on the log, currently on 42 points, and if they can add another 14 points here, I will make that 56 points. And already from yesterday, all the players here also says that Zambia He's a strong side. And it will take hard work by Nigeria to catch up with him. But Nigeria also very good players. It's Angelo Titus on your left. To your right, playing in the green. For Zambia is Sam Kabwe. Taking that 5 minutes now to warm up. Yesterday, as this Zambian team beat Namibia 3-0. Each game they did it in straight sets. 3-love, 3-love, 3-love. The closest that Namibia A came was with Brandon Grain in that first game. He lost the first 2 sets 10-12, 10-12. And then the last one was 11-6 in favor of Siame of Zambia. And Zambia also adding another 14 points earlier today against Uganda. Remember on Thursday here at the same courts, we'll get underway with playing the Trustco All Africa men's singles. All these players will then also be in action again. The singles being played until Saturday. The teams competition finishing up tomorrow evening. The way things are looking at the moment. I'll just check that log update I did myself here, adding today's earlier games. I'll just check it with the organizers a bit later. Well, that's the numbers as I have them. Angelo Titus plays his squash at the Buccaneers Club. Kabwe with a drive shot. So Titus with a couple of harder warm-up shots. Like I said yesterday, these seedings might change or will probably change a little bit before play starts on Thursday in the singles. But player on court, Sam Kabwe, seeded 9th initially for the Trusco All Africa singles. Titus seeded 25th. Amateurs coming in quite low, and the referee calls it now. Titus Namibia starts this third game. Angelo Titus, he will be looking if he can at least add a set here to his team's tally. And Kabwe getting the first point, going 1 love up. He's light on his feet. Zambian when volleyed down hard in the center. Titus fetching it on the left, then playing it from the right wall, sticking to the back court, and he's getting there, and fetching it. But that last shot, too much for Zambia. It's up with another point, 2 love. Zambia up 2 love. It was a hard drive played by Titus close to the left wall. And again, Kabwe to restart. Kabwe slowing it down and drawing Titus into the left back corner. And back on the right. Left to right. Titus plays it straight. A bit of a lower shot, and he wins a point. Be 1-2. Behind his back, across the face of the wall. Did well with that initial return. 4-2. Kabwe now up. And he hits it to the floor. Way off target. And Titus gets applause there. Did well, slow it down. Kabwe wasn't able to get around the bigger Namibian player. Also stood back a bit watching things. That's why I also got caught out. But the service is back with Kabwe. Up 6-4, 2 points ahead. And a great return there from the serve by Titus. Played into the right corner. Almost a full neck and just scrambled off the wall. Back at it now at 5-6, 7-5. 7-5 to Zambia. Longer reach. Gets there another time at the left back, then drives hard to the right. And a good shot. He's applauded for it. Kabwe wasn't able to get it back to the front wall. Had to pick it up low at the back. Dropped short of the front wall. Titus at times plays good shots against the Zambian here. Adding another one, 7-9. Definitely still in this. Then you'll have to get a couple of points in a row, not to be. 10-7 game ball. Again, just not able to reach it. Right. Just in front of the tee, just in front of the right service box. That's where Angelo Titus gives away the final point of that first game, first set in the game between these two. 11-7 the score. That one ended as close as Stephen Berry came in his last game, third set against Samson Siame, the first game of this match. 11-9, that second set. Closest score for Namibia in this match so far. Seconds counting down for the players to get back on court. 2 minutes. And there we see Kabwe returning to court quite quickly. Playing a couple of drive shots and a lob. And then he sends it from the left wall. Feels a tiny bit cooler here at the Wanderers courts than yesterday. However, it was hot when I arrived earlier here. Some cloud cover. Look promising to the northeast. I haven't been outside again to take a peek. I will tell you when we get back for the final match at 6 o'clock what is happening weather-wise outside. Namibia A after this playing Uganda. Titus trying just to keep Kabwe very close to the right wall. It catches him out also. Played a couple of drive shots in a row. But then quite quickly from the serve on the backhand Not hitting the target for Titus. This time Titus decides first to drive it to the left, and then he gets behind it a couple of meters in front of the wall and uses the forehand to put it into the corner. No way for Kabe to get there, and then Kabe in the next point, he also the ball was limping basically there off the racket close to the wall. 3-1 up now. Namibia B's Angelo Titus. And he also looked good at the start of the first game here. Then an error creeping in again. He hit the tin on the backhand, and then this time he dropped successfully on the backhand. 4-2. Kabwe catching the ball there from the wall. The referee just having a couple of words with him. 2 points up for Namibia B. Again, is Titus slowing it down, pitching it on the right, and driving on his backhand. Titus back on the tee, driving left back corner, and then again failing with the return shot. Couple of times both these players on the front court not able to hit the target with the drop shots or with the mid-pace shots downwards, just hitting the tin. 4-5. It's Titus. He's leading back Sam Kabwe into this one. 5-all. All even. 6-5. It's back with Titus. And get some encouragement from the stands. Good stretch there to his left. And the return also good. And then drive shot to the left back. Titus just, his body wasn't positioned the correct way to get back. Part for the ball being too fast for him. And then he gets loud applause now. Titus serving. Across the wall by him. Kabwe first to him to the right back and then to the left back. Keeping Titus to the back wall. Into the right corner by Titus. Well, it's fetched by Kabwe. His steam just running out there, Titus. But he gets applause for his hard work. It's 8-all. Oh, he's so far put up a hard fight, Angelo Titus. Nearing the finishing line now, these two players in the second game. Again, 8. Another game ball. Kabwe can make it 2 games in his favor, but not yet. He remains on game ball. 9-8. Titus still hanging in there. And they're driving the ball again on the backhand. Left of court. And that slower shot into the corner by Kabwe. Not successful. 10-all. And the Namibian supporters and his team members, they smelling a victory here in the second game. But the point goes Kabwe's way, 11-10. He has to add another one to finish it off. Can Titus come back? Going down on the floor. Coming up short with a fetch there. 12-10. Samuel Kabwe taking the second game. But if we look at this match, third game now, and that was the closest set now. Before that, Berry 9-11 against Siame. This time Titus drawing level to 10-all before Sam Kabwe closed it down. Fitness, it's definitely playing a role in the performance of the Namibian teams here, but exposure is there for them, having two teams at this Trustco SFA Senior Teams Championship. Again, it's Kabwe, the Zambian, first back on court. Mixing shots up there in the warm-up. He's just patiently waiting for Angelo Titus. This match took a lot out of Titus at times, needing the fully allowed time to try and recover as best as he can for this third set. He showed great fighting spirit in the previous game. 12-10, score close. Then the ball going down too low. He's not picking it up from the right wall, Titus. One love up for Zambia. And then another good cross-court shot, hugging the wall and then slowing down. Catching Titus off guard again. It's two love up. Zambia nicked it into the left corner now. Ball dropping. 3 love up. Now it's back with Titus. Just giving the thumbs up to opponent Kabwe and then serving. Adds another point, 2-3. At initial return. Short from Kabwe, and this time over his head. Another good point. Lob shot to the back. Came quite close over the Zambian player's head. Drop shot now, Titus. He has to carry his legs to the left back. And beats Kabwe on the return. Going up 1.43. Titus, couple of good and creative shots in the third set. But still early days, especially in the previous set. He had to work very hard. Put in a lot of sweat though. Managed to keep it close. Lob into the left back corner. Picked up well. And then dropped by Titus. Gets there in the right front as well. And then cross court. And just listen to that applause for the Namibian. Hands on the knees. But really played well again now. 5-4. Just trying to use every second there before he has to restart. Doing it on the forehand from the right side. And just caught wrong-footed there by the drive shot from Kabwe. 5-0. Slowing it down, then was Kabwe driving it first, right back, that came to the left, then goes down, ends up on the floor on his back. He reaches there, the short ball, and he's helped up with a big smile by Sam Kabwe. He fell in front of his opponent. I think they called it a lead ball there, 6-5. Again, decent couple of shots, keeping the ball within the boundaries. Off the right wall, Kabwe got to it initially on the backhand. And then he couldn't get to the return. Another good shot by Angelo Titus, Namibian, dropping, almost getting it completely into the left corner. Kabwe is playing it into that right corner at the back. That corner too tight for Titus. Lobbed and then the volley back by Titus, playing it lower into the corner. Kabwe is back there with a longer shot, and then he sent Titus there completely the wrong way. Coming back into it with an excellent shot of his own. But also once again, that is conditioning and the fitness also playing a role. 9-7. Another point will take Kabwe, the Zambian here, to match ball. Is 10-7 up. Match ball. And also looking to make it 3-love. then 7, got to it there, Titus, and then again on the backhand, ball came too low for him, but he gets applause. Gets applause for putting up a decent fight here. Zambia winning 11-7, then 12-10, and again 11-7. So it's Zambia adding 14 points on the log with this victory. 3 games to love in the match, just like in this game, 3 love. We'll be back a bit later this afternoon with more action from the Trustco Squash Federation Africa Senior Men's Team Championship. And join us again at 6 o'clock when Namibia's A side will take on Uganda. That's also in the men's competition. See you then.